Before we begin this video, I recommend that you visit google.com and search for dinardata.com. This website is a great resource for the latest updates on Dinar Guru news, all conveniently located on one page. For more information, I encourage you to visit the site.
Al-Sudani's advisor reveals the results of the discussions between the Central Bank of Iraq and the U.S. Federal Reserve Community comment, hopefully one step closer to the long-awaiting financial reforms. These steps are all good. And for Iraq to ever raise the value, they need these reforms along with diversifying their economy. The parallel market will be upended. Sources: expected decisions from the central bank will confuse markets and raise exchange rates. Urgent quote: the central bank will issue new decisions regarding foreign currency prices and the method of trading them within Iraq. The aim of these decisions is to limit currency smuggling, or its monopoly by the weak-willed. Looks like things are ready to kick off. I am getting news that Iraq is ready to put the dinar on Forex. If that happens, the RV will start. Question: you mention Wells Fargo and JP Morgan Chase have the concession for exchanging the dinar in America, and Standard Chartered has the concession in Canada and England. Who is it they have concessions with? Iraq. CBI selects banks with whom they are willing to work. These banks get commissions. They are the primary banks handling exchanges. If you go to the potent local bank, they will send the currency to one of the contractor banks. This will not be an ordinary bank currency exchange. Too much confusion to have dozens of different banks sending in currency transactions. Inflation in Iraq slightly increased in July. Article quote: inflation in Iraq reached approximately 3.7% in August of 2023 compared to 4.4% in August of 2022, despite the rise in inflation in Iraq's neighboring countries. In other words, Iraq has done a great job keeping inflation down. That's what it is we're looking for. The biggest piece I had over the weekend was more confirmations of continuing education of the lower denominations in Iraq. I had a couple more confirmations that Sudani announced on television that they are planning to raise the value of the dinar during his current administration. I thought that was a great one. Prime Minister's advisor: central bank decisions contribute to reducing inflation rates in the country. Quote: the financial advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazar Mohammed Saleh, explained that the decisions of the central bank contribute to reducing inflation rates in the country, and pointed out that economic growth contributes to strengthening the value of the local currency. Why is Saleh, the financial advisor, talking so much about enhancing the value of the local currency? Isn't that what we're waiting for? Article quote: central banks' policies play a major role in the stability of the currency, which achieves harmony between the internal value of the currency and the external value. He added a booming and sustainable economic growth in GDP contributes to enhancing the value and stability of the currency. Saleh is opening talking about the value of their local currency, internal/external value, reducing inflation, stability of the value of the currency, strength of the national currency, enhancing the value of the currency. It's off the charts. They talk about being historic. With language like that, I'm looking forward to something that's going to historic. Member of the We Build coalition, Ali al-Zubaydi, confirmed today, Monday, that America does not intend to leave Iraq through its successive statements without a response from the Republic of Iraq. Zubaydi said in a special statement to Al-Maluma agency, the recent statements by the U.S. Congress regarding keeping the forces in the region are another maneuver to confirm their continued presence in the region, noting that the government's silence on the statements is a procrastination of the demands of the people and political parties. He added that the goals behind the statements are a means of pressure to achieve political and security gains in Iraq in their favor, noting that the work of the joint committees does not meet the ambition, and the strategic framework agreement must take its natural course. It is worth noting that Washington is oft evasive in order to keep its forces in Iraq for security interests, some of which may be related to the Iranian response to Israel. Shaddad said, during his hosting in the program, Free Talk, broadcasted by Al Furat satellite channel on Sunday evening, that the Ministry of Oil formed two committees to reach an understanding on the oil and gas law that regulates the relationship between the region, the center and the governorates. The Kurds turned the file into a political one, and what the committees reached was the region's request to raise the ceiling of one barrel to $22, and this is not possible, in addition to not revealing the oil contracts to Baghdad and their nature due to the confidentiality of the information, and the matter is pending until this moment. The committees that were formed have failed to resolve the problems to pass the oil and gas